guys, it's Danielle here and I am back with another process video. I'm going to be using my Felicity Jane Happy Day Kit to scrapbook this photo of my daughter and my nieces. This is a picture that I took when my sister's family came up to visit us and we all went camping and it was super fun. And anyway, I definitely wanted to document this sweet picture of these girls. And this Happy Day Kit, I thought the colors of it were perfect to use for this photo. I think it turned out really sweet. So I started out by trimming down this floral paper to 8.5 by 11, and I really wanted to be able to see that floral paper, but I needed a nice white space to put my photo and do my journaling. So what I decided to do was just trim down a piece of paper so that it left a pretty good border on my page. You can still see a ton of that floral paper, but it also left me enough space to work with. So once I got my white paper trimmed down and on my page, I decided I wanted to stitch around it. So I took it over to my sewing machine and put a nice little stitch around it, and I like the way that turned out. And so now I am just using some washi tape to secure my ends down so they don't come undone. And now I'm ready for the fun part, I guess. So I have a ton of little embellishments from my kit on the left hand side here and a couple from a previous kit. I'm also bringing in a few things from my stash, which is that tag and the vellum and the doily. I just wanted a ton of layers behind my photo, but I wanted to keep them pretty neutral and have them all be white, and so I brought those in. Now I did pull out this pink paper from my kit. It's just the softest, most precious shade of pink. I love it. And I quickly cut a square out of it that I knew would fit around my photo. It's not perfect by any means, but you're barely going to see this peek out. And so I have that as sort of a base layer. And then I'm taking all of these other pieces and just sticking them behind my photo. I'm not too worried about it. This vellum, both of these pieces are smaller than my photo, so I have to kind of off-center them a little bit so that you can see them. But I'm just using up some scraps from that. And so I get that down in place, and I know that I want to layer my tag behind there. So I'm just getting a feel for what that's going to look like before I really tape anything down. I decided that this vellum is sticking a little bit too far up, so I want it more sort of out the side, so I get that taken care of. I'm trying really hard to not worry too much about the placement of any of this because I think in the long run it really doesn't matter. Sometimes I worry too much about stuff like that, and so I'm just trying not to worry too much. I didn't know if I liked that the tag stuck above the white paper, but I decided that it's probably okay because I know on the right hand side that happy heart puffy sticker is going to stick off the edge too, so I decided not to worry about it too much. Now I'm just going to stick the doily here on this upper left hand corner. I don't want too much of it sticking out. I just want a little peek of it. And once I get all of my white layers behind my photo, I then can stick that pink layer behind there. I want to make sure you can still see it, and so I wanted those white layers to be in place so that I could so it could peek out in all of the right spots. So once I get that done and in place, I decide to get it stuck down. I just love the way all of those different textures of the white layers and that little pop of pink look behind that photo up against that floral paper. I just think it's super, super cute. I love it. So I know I want this happy heart puffy sticker on my layout. It goes with my journaling, and I think that lower right hand corner is perfect. I kind of knew that going into this layout. I did cut out a couple of hearts from the kit thinking that I would maybe use them, but I wasn't quite sure. I also considered using these little cupcake banner pieces, but it didn't really go with my story and I didn't totally love it there, so I quickly decided no on that. Now I have these little banner pieces from the cut apart sheet that I thought might look good, and I do like the look of that quite a bit, but I am not quite sure I like the two blues together. I didn't know if I wanted to do a blue and a green banner or the two blues, but I end up sticking to one blue and one green. I just think it looks better. So I am happy with where this is going, so I'm going to go ahead and get this sticker stuck down and in place. And it comes apart in pieces, and I like the way it looked on, I like the way they had designed it to look. So I'm just using the sheet that it was on as a guide, because you can kind of see an outline of it, and it took a little bit to get that in place, but that turns out good. I'm still debating on these hearts, and I really do like the look of that. Sometimes I think I should have maybe kept it as that, but it looks good in the end as well, so I am happy with it either way. I also have these puffy stickers that came in a previous kit. Actually, this set is one that I bought from the shop. If they are still available, I will link to them down below. They're super cute, and I love the Felicity Jane puffy stickers. They're just super soft, and they're just perfect. So now that I have my banners in place, I can go ahead and add a couple of these small little hearts. So I really wanted to use the red one just because I like the little red dots, or maybe they're pink, that are in the floral. And so I wanted to add more of that. And then I also used the lighter blue ones just as another color option. So I'm getting 3 of those in sort of in the bottom right-hand corner, and 3 hearts in the upper left-hand corner of my spread, just to kind of spread them out just a little bit. Of course, leave it to me to be indecisive about where I want them, but I think I'm happy with where they ended up. So now that I'm happy with my layout, I need to focus on my journaling, and so I draw some lines on the bottom portion of my layout, and I just start writing my story, which is just how it's so fun that these cousins live miles apart, but when they get together, they're just so happy to be with each other, and I'm super grateful for that, and I love the relationship that they have, and that's pretty much what I wrote down there. And the last thing I need to do is just get this dated, which there's not a clear, obvious spot on the front, so I just decided to do it on the back, and then I call this layout done. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to the blog to check out more inspiration from the creative team. I will put a link to that down below, and we'll talk to y'all soon. All right, bye-bye.